Want to see me?
Yeah, I'm concerned about Brenda.
Hey, seems like everyone's concerned about Brenda.
Well, here's the thing. Everybody involved with Brenda has known her for a long time. Jason feels responsible for her. Lucky grew up with her, and there's a sense of obligation there. Even Jax, who I despise, has a reason to protect her. You don't quite fit.
I didn't get a vote. I was ordered to protect her.
Yeah, she knocked you unconscious, took off, nearly got kidnapped, and wound up killing a man.
Yeah, that was a pretty crappy night for everyone.
Why do you want the grief? I mean, why don't you just get transferred off Brenda's case?
I don't want the grief, but I said that I would do something, and I'm just trying to see it through to the end.
All right.
What do you want me to say, though?
How about the truth? What are you hiding from me? You know something's going on with Brenda. And I believe that you know what's going on. Maybe you saw something when she killed that guy. I don't know. What? Tell me.
I met Brenda before you introduced us.
What? Why didn't you say anything?
I don't know. Look, I was one of 4 police guards she had in 2007. I recognized her in your living room. I didn't think she'd remember me.
Okay. Did she?
Yeah, she did. Once I asked her about it, she said she did. She was very gracious. You know, we talked about what a small world it is, that, you know, one of her old guards is now, you know, your long-lost son, and neither of us even knew.
Yeah, I didn't know, right? So now, it's a small world. So were you assigned to her, or did she want you to guard her?
No, I was assigned to her.
Yeah. And now you don't want to give it up?
Well, not until I know she's safe.
How did we make that happen? Guarding Brenda, was the Balkan there? Was he still after her?
Yeah. I don't even know myself.
But you were protecting her, right? She needed your protection?
Yeah, well, the detective in charge of her security said that she was being stalked by some guy on Interpol's watch list. I mean, that is literally all he would tell me.
Did Brenda give you any details?
Sonny, I was a cop in a uniform guarding a door. I mean, I didn't feel I could ask personal questions, you know.
Did Brenda, tell you anything now about the Balkan? Why he's so hell-bent on going after her?
She doesn't even, you know what, she talks to Jason. That's what she doesn't talk to me.
Yeah, well, and he's not telling me anything because she made him give his word that he would keep quiet.
Yeah, she put him in a tight spot.
Well, something's going on. And I'm gonna find out what it is. Make sure she's all right. Protect her. I don't want her to get hurt.
I'll do the best I can.
And if you find anything about this secret, you let me know what it is. Because, she could have called me when she was in New York, but for whatever reason, she didn't. I would have helped her.
Oh, good. You're both here. We need to discuss Michael. Something's come up. Weeks ago, Claire filed a petition on behalf of Michael's welfare.
What petition? She didn't say nothing. She didn't say anything to me.
She probably didn't want to get your hopes up, but now the petition has been approved.
What?
And you will now be allowed contact with Michael.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's great news. Why did Claire do this?
The woman is so smitten, Sonny. She has been carefully and methodically undermining her career for weeks. But if her actions benefit my clients, I certainly have no objections.
Is anyone thinking about what's good for Michael, though? Sonny,
No.
Listen,
Here goes.
He's just been putting his life back together. He's having a tough time doing that. Seriously, do you honestly think that contact with you is a good thing for him?
I'm his father.
I know you're his father. One slip up. One slip up, that's all it's going to take. His parole's revoked, or something worse happens to him before that.
I'm going to do everything that I can to protect my son, so...
It's worked out pretty good so far.
See? This...
All right. It is your call.
Yeah.
One word, and this petition goes away. And Michael will be none the wiser. You're on guard duty? I assume that means Brenda's here?
She's upstairs, but I ran into Spinelli on the way out. He said she doesn't want to be disturbed.
You started out with the NYPD, didn't you?
You're checking up on me?
I like to know what I can about the people who are guarding Brenda. And it's a pretty wild coincidence that Sonny Corinthos turned out to be your father.
Yeah, I found out a year ago.
It must have been a shock.
You have no idea.
Didn't he come looking for you?
Sonny didn't know I existed.
Huh. Well, now that you've met him, what do you think?
I'd be happy to talk about it. You got a couple days, we could sit down and chat. Why do you ask?
Because Brenda insists that she doesn't want to have anything to do with him. But it's obvious she's still in love with him.
Well, Sonny said he was going to stay away from Brenda. That it was better that way.
Well, in my experience, men who say things like that very rarely have the willpower to follow through.
Dante just made a very compelling argument against you seeing Michael.
I get it, but the kid is my heart. I mean, you know, when I went to Rome, he didn't know if I was coming back, and he said to me that he was proud to be my son. I got to live up to that. I need to be able to do that. You get it?
So sign the paperwork, and I will put the wheels in motion.
Okay, one more thing. Claire's being investigated by Internal Affairs. Is this going to make it worse?
No, she filed this petition weeks ago. This can't have any impact one way or the other on her hearing.
Good, because I've caused her enough trouble.
You know, despite all my predictions of doom and gloom, your relationship with Claire has had some very gratifying fringe benefits. She freed you from an attempted murder charge, and once I file this paperwork with the courthouse, she will have given you back your son.
She's a good person.
Yes, who is clearly invested in your continuing goodwill, Sonny. She wants something from you. Gratitude, maybe a renewal of your relationship. As your attorney, I am going to advise you, keep your distance for your sake as well as Claire's.
Hi.
Hi. This is the last place you should be seen with me.
Is that what I think it is?
This is the petition that allows me to see Michael. It's been approved.
Congratulations, Sonny. I'm really happy for you.
You've done a lot for me, and now I get to see my son. Any way I can thank you?
Look, you want to keep Sonny away from Brenda, you should probably tell him yourself. My influence on my father is basically non-existent.
Like mine with Brenda. I remember the first trip we took, right after she started with ASEC in 2007.
You met her in 2007?
Yeah. Why? Mean something?
Personal.
Well, it was 2007, and it was Brenda's first trip to Africa, and she immediately got ill. She was running a fever, she was
What?
She was delirious. And she kept calling out a name. Dante. Could that have been you?